Hey guys, it's Tyler with the Bears Den, and today I wanted to talk about the essential things that I think every student should buy in preparations for living on campus. I want to preface this video by saying I lived in a suite style room in Hammond's house. We had 2 bedrooms with 2 people in each room, and then we had a kitchen area that came with a microwave and a dining table and a full-size fridge, and then we had like a vanity area, and then we all shared one bathroom. I highly recommend that you get a fan. Like in my building, we only had a 2-way air system, which means that basically the entire building is either heated or air conditioned, and that was controlled by staff. So I found it really convenient to have my own fan. You may want to evaluate like how many trash cans your university provides you. I was given 1 small trash can in the kitchen. So I ended up buying a full-size kitchen trash can and also a small trash can for my desk. I also suggest that you get a desk lamp because there are going to be days where you are staying up studying when your roommate is trying to go to sleep, and so it is convenient to be able to have a small light source. That way you're not keeping your roommate up even if you are studying at late hours of the night. This is something that isn't typically thought about, but I recommend bringing some sort of thing to hang clothes on that cannot be dried in a dryer. If you're anything like me, you're most likely going to need extra storage, so I just bought some of those like storage cubes and placed them underneath my bed, and that was plenty for me. I recommend you bring a lint roller. That was something that I didn't really think about until I needed it and I didn't have it. Also, you should bring a couple of like power strips because unless you want to plug in any more than like 2 things at a time, you're gonna want extra outlets. Cannot stress this enough. If you are hanging up decorations or anything that needs to be hung up to the wall, I highly recommend using Velcro strips rather than hooks. In my personal experience, like command hooks ripped paint off the walls, and you can get charged damage fees for that. I used Velcro strips to hang up everything that was on my wall, and they left no damage, even though they were up all year round. I cannot stress the importance of having a pair of scissors. Not just having a pair of scissors, but having a pair of scissors like in your purse on your move-in day, because you're gonna want them to be handy to cut open boxes or cut open packages. And this is stuff that you need to talk with your assigned roommates about before moving in. Like my roommate Hannah brought a TV last year, and so if I brought one, it would have been very inconvenient. Coffee makers, toasters, dishes, and silverware. I would say that you probably don't need any more than like 1 plate per roommate, honestly, because you may not think of it this way, but the more dishes you have, the more dishes you have to clean. I recommend having as minimal dishes as possible. I had 1 coffee cup. Just kidding, I had 2. I had a Christmas themed mug, but still, I think that's fair. You should have at least 1 like sharp knife. 1 knife that's like not a butter knife. Obviously, you'll need to have silverware. However, that also means you need to have a silverware organizer, which I think a lot of people forget about until they like go to unpack their silverware and they're like, oh shoot, I need one of those thingies. My room came with a full-size fridge that had a freezer, obviously, but it didn't come with an ice bucket. So I had to buy my own ice bucket and my own ice trays. But however, there was an ice machine downstairs in the basement. It was just easier to have ice trays. Those are the kinds of things that you need to check with your roommates about beforehand. Something that I feel like gets forgotten a lot is like medicine. Like you're gonna need ibuprofen eventually, you're gonna need Tylenol, just like general medicine. Also band-aids. Also, in my personal experience, having a good pair of slippers was absolutely essential. No matter how much we scrubbed our floors in the dorm, they were always dirty. The bottom of your feet would get black so quickly. Also, another thing to think about is a good laundry hamper. You want something that's gonna be easily portable. You have to consider how much space you have to put this laundry basket or hamper or whatever. I had one that was tall instead of being wide. That way it was easier to place in my room. And also, I think it's good to have just 1 bottle, and I mean it, that's all you need, is 1 bottle of like all-purpose cleaner. And I left out a lot of like really obvious things, but these were just the things that I didn't necessarily think about, but I wish I would have known. During summer, I will be making a video every 2 weeks rather than every single week, so keep an eye out for that. thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.